As the black community, we are getting more and more politically acclimated what's going on in America for black Americans. We are circling our wagons. We are recognizing the games that white supremacy has played against us. We are recognizing what the Democrat Party has been doing to us. We're recognizing the extreme anti-black policies, anti-black vitriol that not only America, but particularly the Democrat Party has for us. Now, we know the Republicans don't like black people like that. They have made it clear, and they have put that up front. They don't have any kind of agenda for black people at all. So when I talk like this, you have certain Negroes that love the Democrat Party say, oh, he just want to be a Republican. No, I'm for an agenda for black people. I don't care who have it. If a Republican brings an agenda for black people and I know it's a good one, then I will go with a Republican. If a Democrat bring it this way, I'll go with a Democrat. The vote is for sale with me. The Democrat Party have understood black people. They know that we have emotional triggers like racism. That is a big emotional trigger with black people. And they know that if they just discuss racism and get us in our emotions and our feelings due to living in a racist white supremacist society, they usually get us stirred up enough to go vote for them. They also understand that we need to make black people vote out of fear. So they will say, you need to come vote for us because, that other guy over there, he gets in office, he's going to do this and then the third to you. They trying to do everything from emotions and fear, but with no concrete policy for black Americans. This same group, remember, signed the 1967 immigration bill, the Democrat Party, okay? Ever since then, they have imported people from all over the world here, and who has it affect most? It affects the black Americans the most out of every group, especially the black American male. You have to understand the Democrat Party was the ones that brought in the welfare that we talk about so much and say that what happened to the black family. Part of that conversation, people don't talk about in the 70s when all the manufacturing jobs left the United States and started going over to places like China, black men were affected the most out of those manufacturing jobs, putting black men in a position where they didn't have jobs and welfare was an option. But at that time period, a man couldn't be in the household, and that was done by design. You can look at the crack epidemic. You can look at the mass incarceration, which a Democratic president signed that into law. You can look at all that. OK. But the issues that I'm having out of all of this is we have some very, very serious conversations now, the conversations about reparations. I'm not liking, and I will be the bad guy. I have no problem with that. We are the only community that allow entertainers to speak for us or allow them to get in positions to speak for us. Some of you have stated when I made that particular statement on Twitter, well, we don't allow it. They just put in these positions, and no, we allow it because you guys now have this thing called cancel culture, and you cancel people real quick. So now you can make someone accountable for what they're saying. I don't want to hear, and I'm going to put this up front, nothing against people like Killer Mike. I like the brother. Nothing against him. Nothing against T.I. Nothing against any rapper. Nothing against none of y'all. Nothing personal against you. But my thing is, I don't want to hear Killer Mike talking politics to me. I don't want to hear T.I. talking politics to me unless you are now into politics. And that's your thing, and that's fine. The reason why I don't want that is because there are people, that's what they do, and they talk about that all the time, and that's their lane. Now, I'm not saying that entertainers, I'm just using T.I. and Killer Mike as examples because of the recent Revolt Summit. The reason why I don't want that is because there are people that know about, the data, they know about the history, they do this all the time, they know about the agenda and where black people should go. When you have people like Killer Mike and T.I. talking about things, I don't want to hear people cussing and fussing and saying the N word and all that when we try to talk about politics. Look, if you want to talk about politics, this is how you can help as a rapper. You could talk about it on your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matter of fact, get in the studio, make some records, talking about everything that you want to talk about with politics, and put that out there and have us bobbing our head to some real black empowerment, like Public Enemy. T.I. can do the same thing. Get in the studio, make a record, put out a video on YouTube or wherever you're going to put the video out at, and make a change that way. And have people bobbing their head to actually something that's going to really affect the black community. I'm tired of watching all these different entertainers, whether it's sports people. And if you look, Colin Kaepernick, I will say this much. He did it the way it should have been done. He did it on the sports platform. He took a knee. He used his voice that way. He spoke when they put the cameras in his face in a NFL setting. He spoke then. He used his lane to speak. That was perfect. I have no problem the way Colin Kaepernick did that. If you're the NBA and somebody putting a microphone in your face and you using that platform to speak politically, I'm cool with that too. I have no problem with you doing that. But I don't want to see you at no forum talking about you going to discuss politics for the black community. I don't want to see that personally, because if you notice, no other group they do that with, no other group. You don't see white entertainers at forums to talk about politics that's going to be affecting white folks there, speaking for white people. No, you don't see that. You see all your people like the Sean Hannity's, or you may see the the news pundits and all the different people, whatever, that talks politics, whoever they be. And I just use Sean Hannity because he's always brought up with the mouth talking, right? For at least on the Republican side, he is. But you got people all over the place, MSNBC, whatever, all your political pundits, they all come to those meetings and they talk about issues. They don't put entertainers there to talk about the issues. When they talk about in the Hispanic community, notice that they have their people talking and not a bunch of entertainers. Asians don't have a bunch of entertainers. Arabs don't have a bunch of entertainers. Now, their entertainers do talk on Twitter. I see them all talking about politics, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. If they want to put out a show, like they're actor, actress, and relay a message that way, cool, no problem, speak. But they're not putting out their entertainers as the voice. In the black community, we have it screwed up. We're using entertainers as the voice. And you know what? Cardi B should be sitting down discussing black community issues, trying to talk with Bernie Sanders like she's the leader and she's the one should be using political thought process for black people. Sorry, I don't respect that. Now, if she want to discuss politics in her music, go ahead, Cardi, do your thing. I'm not stopping you. But I do have an issue with the rappers and entertainers doing that mess. Do what you do and speak that way. Stay out of that other lane, because all you're going to do is mess it up. You're going to mess it up. And this is why we aren't respected on a political level, because no other group use entertainers to speak for them politically. Now, some of y'all, some, not all, believe that they're needed. Oh, we need them to speak up. No, we don't. We do not need them to speak up like you're talking about in certain instances. I don't want to see Killer Mike and them before Congress speaking up for us. No, we got so many people that's in our community that study politics, that know the issues and problems, that know the history. I'd rather see a Dr. Claude Anderson speaking up for us. I don't want to see Killer Mike speaking before Claude Anderson speaking. I'd rather see Dr. Sandy Darity speaking. I don't want to see T.I. speaking in certain instances. I don't. You need to bring your best and brightest to speak for us in that area, because number one, we need people that have the education, have the respect, have the years put in. Even the younger people today that's doing it. Fine. But they focus, that's their attention. That's what they talk about every day. That's what we need. That's just a thing of respect. And see, the Democrat Party, think about it, 2016, bringing out Jay-Z and Beyonce to try to tell black people to vote. Bringing out this Rihanna, like was it in Atlanta, and I think was it Atlanta? or Florida. Florida was Andrew Gillum, but Atlanta was Stacey Abrams. Bring down all Rihanna and bring down all the different ones telling black people to vote. Why are you trying to use entertainers? Do you realize that they look at us as silly? That, oh, they have to be entertained and they're not smart enough just to listen to people that know about it. We have to tell a celebrity to tell them. Now, if that celebrity want to get on the side of something and say, hey, I really support so-and-so, and yeah, you know, like I said, if you register to vote, that's fine. But I don't want them trying to tell us the way we should go in. This candidate's good for you. And this, no. Because as I stated before, white folks don't move like that. Nobody else moves like that. That's why we aren't respected. Traditionally, in kingdoms, entertainers were court jesters, okay? Court jesters was used to make the king laugh. That's what it was for, to singers, entertain the king. But when it came to making decisions about the kingdom, he didn't go to the court jester. He didn't go to the singer and say, hey, you know, talk to the people in the kingdom and get them to do. No, they stay in their lane. It's the same thing with us as black folk. We have to tell them, stay in your lane. Because see, I understand they've been put in that position by them folks. I understand that to cause confusion. But we as black folks got to say, okay, you stay in your lane. And then we're going to bring these brothers and sisters to come in and disseminate things for us and talk about the true black agenda that we need. We do not need it because these entertainers not doing nothing for us now. So I don't know why y'all had that attitude like they could be speaking up. Now, if you want to say they should be doing something, they need to be breaking bread with the black community. Like you pay them tithes, give 10% to the black community of your income and help black children. Help us get educated. Help. That's the way they can help the most. If you want to put pressure on them or anything, tell them pay tithes to the black community, 10%. You got $100 million contract. Well, why don't you give 10% of that and help set up some things at least in your hometown where you from? Start there and improve the lives of the black community where you come from and you grow up from. That's what we should be telling them. That much. But as disseminating politics, no. I don't want to hear no rapper doing that. No. Because these same rappers talking about selling drugs, shooting people. No. We can't have that. We're not going to be respected because you get in the situation of a debate and somebody bring up, well, hey, in this song, you was talking about shooting other black people. You were saying the N-word. You were talking, oh, no, it was just music expression. No, but well, how do we know you're not just entertaining now? How do we not know? See, somebody can put them in that position. So, no, you can't discuss that. You can't. Now, even Flavor Flav, Chuck D haven't even done what some of these guys are doing now. And they really spoke up for the people. They used their music to fight for black people, Public Enemy. That's what they done. And I respect the hell out of Public Enemy for that. We need more Public Enemies today, more than any other rapper out there. But if you're not speaking like Public Enemy was speaking, sorry, politically, we just need to cut that out. We just need to. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about, this particular video. I know it's going to rub some of y'all the wrong way because some of y'all have that American celebrity following culture. Like, oh, celebrities, what they say. No, not over here. I don't follow celebrities. Once again, let me repeat myself. If they make a record and speak the same way they want to speak at conferences, great. Do that. That's the best way for them to speak because they're using their gifts in their lane to do so. Not saying they can't speak, just do it in that way. But when it comes to summits, when it comes to different, that, and the third, we need to bring our best and brightest there to speak. People who do that all the time.